Okay, I'm Lee from the Oshkosh Beer Blog.
I'm Adam from McKnight & Carlson Wines.
And the lovely beer we have today comes all the way from
Toppling Goliath Brewery out of Decorah, Iowa.
population 9,000 or something like that.
It's a small city, yeah.
I was there one time. There was nothing to see.
Yeah.
It was prior to Toppling Goliath.
Yeah, of course.
Starting.
Now population's multiplied and they're on the map.
Yeah, they certainly are. So this is, of course, a pumpkin ale.
Yeah, yep. Back-to-back weeks, our favorite style. We'd like to feature it again.
Of course not. It's an IPA. It's from Toppling Goliath. That's all they make, right?
Yep, just about. Single hop IPA with the fabulous Mosaic hop. It's called Pompeii. And it's named such for the mosaics of the city Pompeii in southern Italy that were covered in layers of ash by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
This is a very torturous way
It
to arrive
is,
at
no
a name.
kidding, no kidding, and depressive to boot, but you gotta give
Mosaic, everyone knows. I mean, they just call it mosaic.
Yeah.
Wow.
The aroma, I mean, literally you can hold the glass right here and you can already
Yeah, it
get
really,
that.
it's a pungent beer. In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Mosaic is the, it's I think it's the daughter of Simcoe.
Yeah.
Which you get those similarities, but Simcoe always gives me that cat pee or foot odor.
What was
type
the other?
thing.
It was Simcoe and something else.
I don't know.
I couldn't think of it either. I was thinking about it before.
I had one of these on Sunday, and I was thinking, it reminds me a lot of Simcoe, but it doesn't have that stuff about Simcoe I don't like.
Yeah.
But it's really a
Well,
pretty
they call
beer.
it, kind of liken it to a Citra hop on steroids.
Yeah.
Which
I
I guess
get
I can see that, but what are some of the things you don't like about Citra that
Well, I've had Citra. I like Citra quite a bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I like that tropical fruitiness you tend to get from it. But I've had Citra that seemed off, where again you get that cattiness.
Sure.
That I really
Well, I mean, this is
I don't care for.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I think that tends to be
So I had this beer on Sunday. I split a bottle with my wife, and it smells entirely differently to me. I was getting like a lot
Today?
Yeah, and maybe it's just me because I've had like 40 cups of coffee in this, but I'm getting like a more like a berry kind of flavor or aroma. on
really.
it. And pineapple,
See, I just get
and then onion, like an
I
earthy.
get onion. But I always get kind of like a muskmelon, and I get I wouldn't know what this smells like, but I get a marijuana aroma often.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, it's got that kind of.
It is the evil cousin after all, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean this. I don't think you could possibly pack more hop aroma or flavor into this beer, and then on the palate, it's pretty mild. I mean, I should say the bitterness is pretty mild.
Yeah, it's very mild. From the flavor, tons of like pineapple for me.
Yeah.
And some tangerine.
Yep.
And then-
Definitely big citrus fruit flavors.
yeah. But this is a light-bodied beer. It's only,
It is.
I think it's 5.5%.
Yeah, and
But
it's incredible how much flavor they can pack into this. I mean,
this is almost approaching session IPA territory.
almost. If this was what every session IPA tasted like, I'd be a convert for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm starting to warm up to those.
I know you. Well, you and I had a conversation about a year and a half ago about how you didn't care for session IPAs at all, and that
I was
they
stupid.
had too much bitterness for the body or something like that.
Well, I have had some that do,
Yeah,
that are too
yeah.
bitter for that body, but I've
Yeah.
had some really good ones in the meantime. And this, at 5.5%, this isn't too far out of that territory.
No. So, do you think this has? We blind tasted Golden Nugget in a prior episode. How do you think this compares? Just IPA to IPA.
I like this one more simply because I like this hop more. I think they're very similar beers. Like
sure.
the texture, the body in that, and they seem very similar to me. But the hop flavor on this is just.
Do you think this has any more bitterness to it than
No.
Golden Nugget?
Actually, it's probably less.
Less bitter.
I think it's a pretty for an IPA. It finishes very clean.
It does.
You don't
yeah.
get that in a lot of IPAs. And I mean, again, well, we talked about this when we were drinking that Golden Nugget. Is they have a signature flavor,
house style,
and mouthfeel. It's very distinct to them.
Yep, absolutely. And again, that real cloudiness that just you can see the hop particulate matter in there just about.
And this got a little bit warm this morning. But
that's just
nice.
fine. I mean,
yeah,
it really opens things up.
I think that's what's changing my perception of it so much.
Okay.
I really like that beer a lot. Cool. So you have this in
22-ounce bombers.
22-ounce bomber.
I believe it's $8.99 a bomber. Got plenty of it left. It's just it's a great kind of last gasp of summer beer. It's really nice, bright, fruity.
Yeah. You started getting Toppling Goliath here in 2013.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was before. I mean, they were selling beer in Milwaukee and Madison.
I think just in Madison at the time.
Just in Madison.
Yeah.
And you were actually driving down there.
Yeah. I was. I kind of cold called on the brewery at the time and just said, I've heard many good things about your beer just through various, beer advocates, etc. And just said, what would it take to get some? And they said, well, we'll let you know sometime if we have some beer for you. And I got a phone call and I said, let's meet in Madison. So that was exciting. I mean, the
cool.
first, I'm sure a lot of people have had this experience, but the first time you try Pseudo Soup Pale Ale, if you haven't had anything like it, it's kind of a life-changing experience from a craft beer perspective.
Now you are a geek.
Definitely. But I mean, they really have, kind of garnered a world-class reputation for themselves with their hoppy beer and actually other beers as well, but hoppy beer is the only stuff that we can get, but they are starting some limited distribution, still self-distribution, but they're coming to me now instead of...
Oh, so you don't have to drive down to Madison
Not anymore, no,
Good,
which is
good.
Nice, but that's only a very recent development, and I think I did hear that they're planning on signing with an actual statewide distributor sometime after the first of the year, but...
So how do you feel about that? I mean, I know that there's a certain premium people put on these beers when they're more difficult to get. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, I guess they'll do what's right for them, and at the end of the day, selling your product is what's most important to the brewery, and I'm sure to them it's fantastic if they can get into every place. But at the same time, this is not a product that I don't want to say not everybody will understand, but not everybody will understand it. And, you want to be a little bit careful about that. But at the end of the day, it's good for the craft beer consumer because this beer is obviously world class. I think
it's great. It's great, and it's nice that we're able to get it here. Okay, so you've got next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yeah.
September the 15th.
Yep, 6 o'clock.
Okay, you got an event going on here.
Central Waters cask event. Yep. So we'll be tapping a cask of a pumpkin porter with baking spices. And then in addition to that, if you've attended any of our events for the last couple of months, we do 3 beers on tap in addition to a cask, and then do 4-course chef's tasting menu to pair with those. So it really turns into kind of a nice evening and a chance to sample a couple of different beers. Usually a cask is something you may not be able to try again, and we like to put a couple interesting beers on tap. So the Central Waters event will have their 2015 Bourbon Barrel Scotch Ale, which was just released, their Oktoberfest, which was also just released, and then their Glacial Trail IPA, which is a year-round offering.
Cool.
And we'll be offering a kind of the chef's tasting menu in concert with the 4 tastes of beer. And that's usually around $25 or $30. So.
And this time you're going to actually tap the cask in front of everybody,
hey.
Right? It'll be a live show.
I normally do, unless I've been instructed otherwise by the brewers, because nobody wants to take a bath. But I have before. But
I like the excitement.
We'll be tapping sharp at 6 o'clock.
Cool.
So looking forward to that. Definitely, it's a great time. Usually a great turnout. We do request that you make reservations for parties of 6 or more, but otherwise, come down and have a beer.
Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks,
awesome.
Adam.
Cheers, Lee.
Bro.